You ready?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm joined here by effys of version 1, who's just come off a fantastic win over Liquid in that upper bracket game that they just played. First of all, you must be ecstatic, and not just in terms of how the team performed, but you have been such a boss in these clutch situations for version 1. What is happening? Are you just land buffed or something?
No, it's I mean, it's the way we play. It like enables players, I think, to feel very like stress-free and like just having confidence in your team makes you like so relaxed that clutches are actually easier than if you're on a stressful environment and people don't believe in you. Like I just go into these clutches like if I win it, great. If I don't, we'll win next round, doesn't matter. So it's really easy.
Yeah, I mean, that's just absurd, the kind of performances that you guys are putting up. It really does feel like mentally you guys are never shaken. Although, actually, let me wind back the clock a little bit, because I did want to ask you this question. When you played yesterday against Crazy Raccoon, it looked a bit sloppy. It looked like, okay, this team has got a sub. They're not going to play as well as they did during Challengers Finals. And then you made a compositional swap coming into today, putting Jammies over onto the Viper for all 3 of the maps and Zelsis moving to Killjoy. And suddenly, you guys are coordinated as all hell and coming out here and just rolling. Was that some kind of nerves when you came onto the stage, or are we just misunderstanding how good Crazy Raccoon actually are?
It's a mix of a little everything. I'm gonna be honest. The first map against Crazy Raccoon, we had nerves. I mean, it was expected. We didn't want to lose to a region that wasn't really known for being good at FPS. But like, it's just how it was. So there was definitely some nerves. But as you noticed, we changed comps and we went in like. It's not that we underestimated the Crazy Raccoons guy, but we kind of knew we were better than them mechanically and our fundamentals were better. So we went in with the composition that we actually never really practiced with Jamils. So we went in with a Phoenix and instead of Killjoy Viper, which is what we practiced on. So we were basically just spugging against Crazy Raccoons, which explains why the game was so tight. We actually kind of planned this ahead, knowing if we play Liquid, they're like heavy on anti-strats. So yeah, we kind of like played them a little bit even before the game started, honestly.
I love that. The mind game's coming through already. Did you feel like there was some EU-NA beef that needed settled, or at least some sense to shut up the European lovers like myself who believe that the region is better than North America? I felt like, especially Vanity, the way that he was standing up and shouting over at Liquid, that there was some of that for sure happening.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some like pride, I guess. You want to win for your own region. You don't want to disappoint the fans at home. But there's also a point that like I think what Vanity's point is that people rank Liquid higher than Sentinels in almost all of the rankings and everything, and I think that pissed him off a little bit. Well, not pissed him off, but I think he was a bit he was not sure why that would happening because Sentinels have been so dominant in a region that's almost as big as Europe, if not bigger. And Liquid have just been starting to get like good results in the past few months. So I think he had a point to prove there, saying like, hey, like, don't think that you have teams that have been good for a few months that like we're not doing anything at home and we're not good. So I think that was his main point. I think.
Okay, I'm going to be cheeky here. The game is going on right now.
Yeah.
Fnatic are playing against Sentinels currently. You must have had an opportunity to see Fnatic just curb stomp crew into the ground as well. How do you think that game is going to go on? Do you still think that Sentinels are a tier ahead and the favorites to win?
Yes. I think they are, but honestly, Fnatic looks super scary. But it's really hard to tell because sometimes when you're just that much better than your opponent, you just look unstoppable, and it seems like everything you're doing is just insanely well thought out, and everybody's like everything's so prepared, but actually you're just stomping them and winning every aim duel. So it's really hard to tell. I'm actually really excited to go watch the Sentinels vs Fnatic game. It's a banger.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolute banger. So one more question and I'll let you get off. The last question I had was about you as a player in terms of your career, because it hasn't just been a player. You were a coach as well. You were a player that moved to a coach, that moved back to a player role, and then ended up getting kind of benched from Gen G, essentially. And you were the IGL for that team. Now you don't have those kind of responsibilities and pressure on your shoulders. Do you feel like you have that kind of redemption arc? Is there some part of this that is proving your own value as a player as well, that you've still got it?
Yeah, I don't think I was ever a coach. I don't, unless I don't remember.
Were you not? Sorry,
No, but
my
it's not good.
apologies. I thought you were a coach towards the end of your CS career. That's just my
I did
poor
help.
research.
Okay, yeah. I did help my friends over, but I wasn't really coaching. I was just like
Right,
doing
that
some
makes sense.
analysis work for them. But yeah, okay. I never in Valorant. Yeah, I think. Well, I have a lot to prove. I mean, getting removed from Genji was hard. I do think the Genji swap was needed. I don't think that roster was going. I think there was something missing in that roster. Honestly, I don't think I should have been the one removed, but it is what it is. and I don't like. I just keep playing my game. Like I don't really care if I get like I don't think about these things much. Like I don't think about them or like having to like prove anything to anyone. I'm just happy where I landed. I got great teammates now. I'm never felt so free on a team. And obviously not calling helps me a lot, like fragging wise, and just like being in more in my natural role where I'll just like off call some rounds, but more just a support player, which suits me very well. And I'm also surrounded with like I've never been surrounded with players that have so much experience as Vanity and Zelsus and Weepy as well. So I didn't come in on this team thinking like, oh, I'm not gonna learn anything from these guys. I'm actually like, even if I'm older than them, I'm always ready to learn from them, and I never take anything they say wrong. So I think that's helped me improve a lot, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's a fantastic attitude to have. I wish you the best of luck as you go through the upper bracket now as well, continuing this run. Your path looks pretty damn reasonable to be able to maybe make this a double NA final if your
I hope
theory
so.
runs true of Sentinels. That would be a wonderful win for the North American scene.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you next time. Thank you very much for the interview.
All right. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.